Gotta get away. What's he gonna do? Now it's up to you. We've gotta get away. One more time.
Hello, welcome to Blah Blah Blah. Thank you, Chris. The show where we've been talking about absolutely nothing for 3 years. This is our 3-year anniversary, and I want to introduce the cast of Blah Blah Blah. It's been the same cast for those 3 years, and I'm your host, George Bernardo, and to my left is Mr. Robert Isley for the millionth time.
Oh, where am I? Okay, I get it.
Camera 2.
Now we're with Jack. They were Jack Albert and
I don't count.
Chris Bartos.
How you doing? All right, we're having fun
some
here.
technical problems here, but nothing that a couple of hard drinks won't solve.
Oh boy, water.
Like I said, this is our 3rd anniversary show, 3-year anniversary show. We've been on the air for how many? 3
years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that a remarkable coincidence?
Yeah, and so what we're going to do today is just kind of reminisce about some of the highlights and lowlights
It's been a good 3 years.
of the past 3 years.
We're still a bunch of losers.
Speak for yourself.
Except for me, because I'm married.
And obviously, we're going to show some clips of some of the what we think is the better stuff. There's some good stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few good moments.
But you know, I thought it'd be fun to just kind of talk about the whole evolution of the show.
Let's kick it back. Let's take it back. Let's take it back.
Let's go back to the beginning of television.
This goes back to maybe
not that much.
1996.
96? Yeah.
We're in The Feeling, a group called The Feeling.
Right.
And figure we can use community television as a way to promote the band, and we can have a
Right.
show like The Monkees.
Right.
Okay, except we started thinking about it. It's like, okay, we don't have the time, we don't have the budget. And we kept scaling it down
Money.
until we got to this format, which is quite different from the
Talent.
Monkees format.
Yeah. Actually, that's very accurate. That's extremely accurate because it started off when actually before you even joined the band, when it was Rob and I in The Feeling, and maybe we can even show a picture if we've got one in The Feeling, and SAG.
SAG, yeah.
Eric Sagotsky, and so we were trying to come up with this monkey show to promote the band. Never happened, but I kept thinking about it, and then finally I took some more classes at Montgomery Community Television first, and then here at ACT, and then here we are. No, and then
ACT, here's a plug for you, baby.
yeah, here's another one. But yeah, so but, you know, what I tell people is that when we used to have rehearsals, it would always be you guys joking around and after rehearsals and saying some funny stuff. And I'm getting very self-conscious of looking at myself. There you go. And how many times can I say in a minute? What am I up to now, 20?
I'll start counting. You can fix that in the edit. We can just
But
pull
anyway,
those out. Yeah.
we eventually got it together. And I remember Chris and I sat down for a couple of hours one day at Blue Mongers and hammered out a whole lot of things we never did.
We just came up with a whole bunch of topics.
A whole bunch of
all
topics.
these topics that we could talk about sitting down with our friends, and then we kind of found out there was kind of a mix between the McLaughlin group that then meets Seinfeld, because our topics were a lot of did you ever notice or
Yeah.
things like that.
Real life things. I mean,
People can relate.
the
to
human
them.
condition, not a bunch of.
That's not my damn phone.
Somebody. You want to take care of that? Is that yours?
No and yes.
Well, right, I know. I guess it's off now.
Yeah.
No, and but we came up with a whole bunch of stuff. You remember, like, we were going to have an interruption every show? Mm-hmm. There was going to be an interruption every episode.
Right.
And
sort of like someone's cell phone going
like
off?
a cell phone
Right.
going off?
And we were
on
gonna
purpose.
put in subtitles. This is not a planned interruption.
Yeah.
That never worked.
And then, and we also had this great idea of having the production assistant, like the
Doug
guy under the
Reese.
stayers.
Who was that guy again?
Yeah.
Douglas.
Still
Reese.
my roommate,
Oh, really?
Douglas Reese, yeah.
What happened to him? Is he still? Yeah, he's still your roommate. Is he still over there on that couch?
No, he vacated that couch after episode 5.
Yeah, just
For good.
The glamour of showbiz just wasn't enough to keep him in.
The pay wasn't high enough, I don't think.
But we've pretty much stuck to the same format though over the years. Basically 3 topics every show,
sitting down in these chairs with a plant behind us.
Well,
Actually, these chairs are different.
these are the wrong chairs.
We finally broke the director's chairs that we were using.
So there's a funny episode where I sat down and I just kind of went through it, and
Yeah.
my legs are dangling up like that.
You know what?
It's
Why
'cause they were
don't
so-
we dig up that one right now? Because we want to show some clips. Let's go ahead and show you a clip of probably the best non-planned interruption of blah, blah, blah with starring Chris Bartos. You know, you sit home on a Saturday, flipping the channels, kind of relaxed, leaning back, and 98 is in Arlington is VH1. Now, if I come across... Lost that
The chair
again.
broke, but good. I'm really relaxed. Oh my God!
No need to panic. We're all professionals here.
And this isn't even live TV.
He thought slapstick was still
Oh
in.
my God!
It's
It's a bit twisted.
You got to twist it around once.
Welcome to this old house.
Oh my God. That's something new broke
Oh,
on.
this old chair. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead. Keep rolling.
Okay, we're okay.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, if you're if you can actually see the television if you're sitting in a high enough chair. Well, anyway, you flip to 98,
Yeah.
and God forbid. You know, Chris, you
A dead button look.
Such grace and elegance.
that'll
still have
teach you to lean in your chair too
I
hard.
still have a bruise from. I used to do that in 3rd grade. That's probably why I have the big bump lesion on my head, but it's never healed.
Yeah. That's probably the worst, I guess, not worst accident, but it wasn't so bad. You didn't injure yourself, did you?
No.
Well,
Next.
let's talk about some topics we talked about. And you know what I like to do is kind of go back and revisit some of the better topics, show some clips, but also talk about stuff that may have happened since we talked about those, that is relevant.
Blobservations.
Observations of life.
Yeah.
And I think we have scrolling on the screen here some of the topics that we've talked about over the years, just so you get an idea. I'm going to do that in post. Anyway, our very first show was a fun one, and this is what a blah 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 topic is. The perfect blah 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 topic is answering machine messages. As soon as you hear that, you're like, been there. I know what it's like to be frustrated.
Yeah, everyone can relate to that, and that's like the essence of what we do in the show. Topics everyone can relate to. You don't have a really obscure topic like that's particular to your whatever your occupation is. You just keep it general.
Well, yeah, and in the best situation, because I can process what's going to be usually going to be a good blah topic. Yeah. It's got to, as soon as you say the title, someone goes, oh yeah, and then maybe even laugh.
Well,
But let's show a clip from the answer machine messages just to get an idea. We were not at a loss for material for that one, and let's take a look at that one. First show. For all of you out there in television land, please remember this. When you're going to leave a number, say it slowly. I get so many messages at work and at home, blah, 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 blah. Sorry about that. And then,
that's the title of the show.
and then at the end, we've all experienced this. And if you're going to reach me, it's 916-254-420. And it's the first time you've ever heard from that person, so you're like, what?
That's what they do to me at work. They leave a message, and they just, hi, this is Jenny. Call me at 455 blah, blah, blah. And you're like, where'd the number come from? You just really want to reach through the phone, grab them, strangle them through the cord. You can picture a little phone. You've got these little arms coming out of the end of the receiver, and you're shaking them like, say the number slower. But that happens.
I get where every
daily.
number comes out except for one of the numbers, one of the
Yeah.
digits. It's 5, 3. And I played back 84 times.
And then you finally give up.
Maybe it's a
and
letter.
then you call all 10 people.
All right.
You know?
Oh, well.
Well, okay. This one I got to mention too, and that is the electronic ones at businesses. The ones that say, after you have left your message, you may hang up.
Or
Go to hell.
dial 0 for more
no, I know.
options.
Or dial 0. But it's like, I may hang up. I have never done anything else but hang up, okay? I don't need any other instructions. Now, there's one thing that happened back then that I didn't tell you, Jack. When you're talking about the machine that has the long it goes, it says, after the beep, leave a message, and then it goes beep, 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 and then.
Right. And I didn't know what that was all about.
But what is it?
It's an old tape machine the tape's not ready. It
Right.
does that until the tape is ready to record. I guess it plays through the messages that are already there.
Right.
Because every time the machine stops, it rewinds, and then it has to go forward.
Blah is quite educational, you know. And the people that watch the show know that. I mean, I'm not telling them anything new.
But that's the old days, and everything now is a minute cutoff or something, right? Because I always get cut off.
Yeah, on my machine.
I just get to the good part.
Get to the good part after the
I
long
said-
preamble.
You just won $1 million. You just, and then it cuts off. So I think now everything is becoming more to stop people like me from leaving long messages.
Yeah, because I used to have one that had a tape that would run for 30 minutes, and I got called by a person in need of some psychiatric help who used up the entire 30 minutes on her little monologue about all sorts of paranoid fantasies and stuff like that. And just,
Have you all noticed that some of the phone services, when you're leaving a message, you can press 1 and not have to listen to everything?
yeah.
But others you can't?
You have to listen to that
You gotta
lady
listen to
talk.
that. Yeah, that lady.
Well, that's
I want to
mostly-
kill that lady.
That's mostly
Who
on
is that
cell
lady?
phones.
It's Verizon. It's the Verizon lady.
It's mostly on cell phones. You rarely get that like on a regular home phone.
Well, at work you get it. On phones at work.
Yeah, well, I've mostly noticed
Some
it
that
on,
don't work,
on
you get it
home
too.
on cell phones, and I don't know who that lady is, but I'd like to find out where she lives and chop her head off too, or change her.
Well, you know what? I finally figured it out. The reason they annoy you for so long and they haven't fixed it, because, I mean, if there's one thing Verizon wants to do to get more customers, they need to take that lady out of there and let you press a number, because you got to hear it every time. The reason they don't is because it jacks up the price of the call,
Yeah.
because you got to listen to it for 15
Yeah,
more
it's
seconds.
sort of like one of those phone sex lines where they take all this time before they get to the actual good part.
Right. So this is
everyone can relate to that, right?
yeah.
Not me.
So this is why public access. Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago.
This is
when I
why
was
public
lonely.
access is good, because it allows people to gripe. And for Verizon, you know, I love you because I have your service, but you got to get that lady off the air.
I don't love you. I think you suck.
Here come the lawsuits.
$162 phone bill, $249 phone bill.
Wow.
That's disgusting. So
Well, that's
I had to jack up my minutes. So now I'm paying, instead of $25 a month, $55 a month, so I can, because I was going over my minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's another story. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
up
past.
to $100 a month starting. We got to get beyond show 1, but before we do, parallel parking do's and don'ts. Got to show you this clip of Jack with
great.
an unfortunate episode of parallel parking. Let's check that one out.
Okay, picture the scene.
Where's Georgetown?
Side street in Georgetown.
Draw a map of Georgetown.
Detailed.
Detail! What detail?
These are like,
Yeah, how did you do this, Jack?
these are the front steps of a house. This is the street, and you have a car here and a car here. This is my car here. I
That's a
Backed
beautiful
up.
looking car.
this way, but I was still too diagonal, so I moved back, which put my first wheel on the sidewalk. I moved forward, it got the second wheel, and I start going like this, back and forth, until my car was just about up to these people's steps. At which point I thought to myself, you know, $6 really is not too much to pay for parking. I'm going to a garage.
Okay. And yeah, so has it gotten any easier, parallel parking?
Only in the sense that I don't do it as often. See, now, I mean, unlike when I was talking about that, I went from getting a Corolla station wagon to getting a minivan. So
So you have bigger.
I would
bigger-
never even try something like that in the minivan.
Right.
Well, the minivan, it's so high that you think you're touching the car, and you get out and you look, and you got 2 yards. It's impossible to judge.
I'm like
You have
that
more
in
blind
So
spots.
I never.
still think I have like
It's like a Chinese fire drill, parking. Because I move a little bit, I get out of the car, I run to the back, I look to see how much room I have, I run back in, move a little more, run back out. It's just
Oh my God.
You still
unbelievable
hit that
agony.
I have
small
hired a
child.
parking assistant for that very reason.
Really? Do
All
they
do
drive
is-
with you?
Yeah, but then they have to find something to do while I do my, errands.
Do you pay them for that time?
No.
Okay. So what are you paying for? Just the time that they're helping you get in?
Yeah, so it's
Those
not working
2
out
minutes?
too well. Yeah.
So it behooves them to take longer to get you that space.
Well, they get a lot of money for that little space dump, but it's worth it because I've saved a lot by not hitting other cars.
Actually, I had a blah moment parallel parking in DuPont Circle. I actually took a picture of the car because I was right next to the restaurant. We were going to meet at La Tomate.
I was there. Yeah.
And I was so excited because it was right there that even though it was too small, I did it. And I did like about a 29-point turn. And when I got out of the car, people were cheering for me. At La Tomate, because it's got a patio.
Oh.
You parked right by the patio.
Yeah, so I took a picture of the car. There's about this much space.
You never
on this.
think of parallel parking as a spectator sport, but I guess this time
It
it
can
was.
be.
Yeah.
Somebody said, well, that's a really good job. And I said, I think it might be a little too good.
It can be a spectator sport if you fight with another person in a car to get that space. You pull up, another person pulls up. It's what is the necessity for putting on your turn signal? I mean, to claim this stupid spot. One of you is just going
Yeah.
to take it, but there's always it can be a spectator sport
Yeah.
if it turns into a fight or a
Gunfire?
gunfight.
Yeah.
You know what I've never seen? I've never seen there be 2 spaces and 2 cars trying to parallel park in those 2 spaces simultaneously. Now that would be something.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really would
That would be
something.
sort of like synchronized swimming.
Be good. Synchronized parking.
Well, you know, the first time we taped the show, we actually... Oh, you know what I want to show you? Is a song that we played on the second show, where we planned to perform. And I guess at this point, I had already left the band. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you've
it
been
was
out for-
Accidental Charm.
Yeah.
But we decided to play a song, and we got Chris to play with us because we didn't want to leave him out. And
What do you play?
he played the tambourine.
Okay.
And I want you all to watch this little performance of Chris on the tambourine. Pay attention
I've
to
gone to new heights. I'm still playing the tambourine.
Have you? Well, 3 years of practice.
I've upscaled.
Moved
though.
up and rock.
He's gone from acoustic to electric tambourine.
Check this
do you plug
performance
that in?
highlight out.
Should have let you know I kept it to myself. Why don't we let it show? Are we surprising all ourselves? If I could tear down your wall, would you be there? Or would you move on? If I could tear down your wall, would I see you? Or would you be gone? Don't be afraid to say how much it hurts inside. If I can find a way to break through to the other side.
I gotta admit, Chris was a real sport to let us play with that a little bit because we added that little thing in post-production. It was actually Trisha's idea, our friend Trisha Kelly, who appears in a couple shows. We'll get to that in a little while because I know y'all are just loving every minute of the show.
They're riveted.
Yes.
The channel surfing has stopped.
We gotta go to more clips. That's what we gotta do. Okay.
Less new show, more old shows.
The second show, we also talked about wallets.
Oh yeah.
Wallets, and everybody thinks of George Costanza, but I think Chris kind of had George outdone.
Unknowingly, you know, even though I do watch Seinfeld, I'm a big fan. This is true to life. At that show, I did have a wallet. Where's the camera? I did have a wallet that was. It was the same wallet. This is the wallet I had on that show, and it was actually thicker than this now. And it was, I don't know, it was probably. Rob equated it to a Big Mac. You couldn't really bite into it, but it was. It was pretty thick at the time. It's actually thinned out, got
It has the
thicker.
tooth marks where you tried, though.
Right, it does. But now I have like, go ahead. What?
Yeah, no, that's even worth singing again, just for a sec. Here we go. Here's the clip of Chris with the wallet.
It's too big for my ass. When is thick? I mean, when is thick enough? I mean, look at this. If I can get it out, because it takes up half my rear end.
Wow.
That's a thick wallet.
Is that a wallet or a Big Mac?
Can I see that, Chris?
Hello, everybody.
I want
Spunk, you're driving me out of my mind. And it's a big wallet. I got a lot of stuff in there. It's all legitimate, credit cards, Check's phone number.
Everybody should know that
Just kidding,
this,
Wendy.
this actually was not a stunt for the show.
This
This
is
is
my
how his
real
wallet
wallet.
looks all the time.
That is unbelievable.
So,
I have a lot of legitimate things in here.
so there's the infamous wallet of. Can we see that one again, Chris? Did you put it back?
Yeah.
This actually is thinner than that one.
Yeah, well, this is the
Are
same.
you sure you didn't get bigger or something?
Well, maybe in my down there, but this is the same
Have
wallet.
any spinal problems?
It's just gotten a little thinner, but it gets thicker than thinner. I'm turning myself off.
That is pretty wild. I have to, every time I see it, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Does that work as a walkie-talkie as well?
Shoot it.
Not anymore.
Takes me a
Well,
while to put it back together.
Those of you that have been with blah 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 from the onset know that most of what we do on the show is talking.
And eat. No, that's
We do a lot of eating.
Passing a lot of
me.
gas.
We sometimes pass gas, but you guys hopefully are not aware of that.
Until now.
But
George is so shiny.
we also do the skits occasionally, and I think we did more of them earlier on than we did later. But
That's because it requires effort.
yes,
Yeah.
effort is we
We
don't
got
like
a little
effort.
lazy.
Yeah. Now that we're big stars.
Ah, yes.
One of the, but let's see. One of the, we're alive here, even though we're completely motionless and quiet. There's some brain activity going on here. It's sort of in here.
Yeah.
Fix it in post.
Push it in post. I know the setup that we did when we. Part of the fun of blah 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 is when we can have a topic that we can do a setup for something to happen. So, in the first shows with the production assistant Reese Douglas, we said if it got really bad, he could unplug the show. He could pull the plug on the show.
I remember that.
So let's show the clip where we actually had the plug pulled on us. Are you being serious?
No.
No.
Am I ever serious? No.
Yes.
Click. So,
First click.
how
First
does
click of the
the
show.
how does the remote control work? I mean,
There are two basic methods of remote control function. There is radio frequency and infrared. Now, radio frequency can be better than
Sorry, I
infrared
asked.
because it can move around a corner. It's not necessarily a line of sight. But if you're too far away, you could have
Wait.
difficulties even with what?
look, man,
What?
don't do it.
Don't.
Oh man.
Wait.
Don't do it.
Oh no, he pulled the plug on us.
It wasn't that boring,
Jeez.
was I?
What we got? How many more shows to do?
I thought we had at least one.
I think
You know,
we-
guys, I've had enough.
What? You got a problem, funny boy?
Yeah, I got a problem. This show is just not serious enough for me. What I need in my life right now,
What?
what I need in my life right now is to be taken seriously. And this show, this format, is just too silly. There needs to be more discussion addressing serious topics. You know, I have ethics. And while I'm here, I want my voice to be heard. Don't laugh. I'm serious.
Sorry.
I want my life's work to be known for all the good and all the hard work I've accomplished. I think while I'm here on this TV show, we should talk about and focus on the dramas and political aspects of life, subject matter that deals with love and the good of the common
I
man.
love fast food.
Not all this goofy, immoral, Paleolithic silliness. You know, just forget it. You guys, I got to do a more serious show. You know, just to forget you
I think
all.
we're gonna get a second chance here with the show.
Yeah,
Oh.
forget it. It's just me. Never mind.
And so there's an example of a stunt setup, which are fun.
Well, I thought one of the funniest shows that we ever did, and this might be going off the list, but what was when Rod had the idea to change himself, and Jack changed himself into a plant or a cup of soda.
Right.
What was this? What was all that again?
The special effects.
The special. That was real good special effects, by the way.
And
Yeah.
there's one that was a favorite of
Industrial
mine.
lights and magic.
Favorite of mine, so maybe we should look at that one.
Which
From that one? From that thing?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just called something like that.
That thing.
Here's a clip from something from some time from some show.
Something like that.
Before we get into this, guys, I got to show you something.
What?
I've been taking these ventriloquism classes.
Cool. Yeah.
And check
Those
this
don't
out.
really work,
Check this out.
do
We
they?
get a close up here.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Really great.
That sounded
yeah.
really lippy.
Guess what, guys?
What?
I've been taking voice imitation classes.
Yeah?
Really?
Ready? I can do this.
Hi, my name is Rob Isley, and I'm a funny guy.
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God.
pretty good.
Wait, I got,
Sounds just like him.
I got one more. Actually, two more.
Hi, my name is Jack Albert, and I tell really long stories.
Wow, that's really good.
Thank you, thank you. Wait. I got one more.
Hi, my name is George Bernardo, and I'm the host of Blah Blah Blah, and I tell everyone what to do.
Oh my
man.
God.
That's great.
I think you really got his number on that one.
Thank you.
Embarrassing.
That's great, Chris, but you know, I've been taking these magician classes myself, and you know, in 6 weeks, you wouldn't believe what I've been able to learn.
Like what?
What can you do?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
There
I
he
can pull my
goes.
sleeves up too.
Whoa, what the?
Where'd he go? Rob.
Good, Rob.
Oh my gosh. What the? How'd you do
Bet you can't find me.
that? What the heck? Where'd it go? That's amazing. How long have you been taking
gosh.
classes? 6 weeks?
This
What a
doesn't look like
stud.
Rob.
Wow. Well, Rob, you gonna come back?
Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute. What?
Where the hell did he
Jeez,
go?
that was amazing.
Nice work.
You look thinner.
You're there.
Jeez.
It worked out while I was gone.
Did you learn anything else?
Well, actually, since you mentioned it, been working a little bit on object transformation.
What's that?
Well, I think it'd be easier if I just show you what that is.
Okay.
Ah, Rob, what did you do to me? Rob, I feel like the Southerners did be
This
tickled.
is not funny.
Would you change me back?
Man, I like vegging out, but this is ridiculous.
I need a shave, man.
Okay, guys, just
Yeah.
relax.
Thank you.
Whoa! Oh,
Oh, man.
gosh.
You
Thank you, Rob. I thought I was going to be forever, like, you know, in a urinal somewhere or something.
It feels good
Boy.
to sweat and breathe and
I'm a little hairy, a little less hairy, but
a little.
thank you.
You're a
What
little
did you do
less,
that for?
you're a little less red, too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
Any more
sunburn.
tricks from you guys? Not you. I think we've had enough tricks from you.
Nah, I've turned my last trick.
Is that right?
Oh no, what can you do?
Yeah, it's I can turn. I can turn my head. I can turn my head 180 degrees.
No way.
Prove it.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Do you mean 180 or 360? Because it was,
No, just 180.
you mean all the way around and back?
Then back.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
360 is the next lesson.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, here we go. It's a yoga thing,
This
so
is
you'll have to bear
gross.
with me.
You're not gonna spit like pea soup, are you?
Here we go. Oh my God! Oh, jeez! Oh my
Oh,
God!
no.
So gross.
Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my gosh!
Oh.
I'm sitting next to him.
That was disgusting.
It's good for the vertebrae.
Ew.
You learned to
relaxing.
do that.
Ow.
You stay away from me, buddy.
Anyone have some Ben Gay?
No.
Wow. Any other tricks for you, Jack?
Well,
Don't look at me.
I can teach Chris how to do it.
No, you can't.
Sure, I can.
Leave me alone.
It's just a question of mind over vertebrae.
All right. How do you do it?
Okay.
I can impress my chicks with this. Go ahead.
You know the spot where you usually stop?
Uh-huh.
Don't.
Okay.
Okay, that's all you need to know.
All right. Hey, this is cool.
Oh my
my
God!
Cool, dude.
Oh my gosh!
You got it.
Oh,
That's the one.
Jack, is he stuck?
Ow.
Is he stuck? What's
Ow.
going on?
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Jack,
tell you
fix
that.
it, man.
Jack,
Well,
put me
poor
back.
guy.
That's definitely not good.
Put
What?
me back, Jack.
There. Come back.
Oh my! It's going the wrong way. Oh my
my
God!
Okay.
Okay,
Oh.
you got it.
What a rush.
Are you all right, man?
He went ahead and did the full 360.
Didn't even take a lesson.
Or
I
are
know.
you? I can't see you guys. I have the sudden urge to walk frontwards or backwards. I don't know. Where
Those
am I?
are the two choices.
Well, that's about all I have time for this first of 3 installments of Blah 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 in review. 3 years, 3-year anniversary.
Wow.
We should also mention that we did have a film festival award winner, the video festival winner for 2001, actually, even though somebody put a 2 on there.
We wanted to win this year.
And we're quite proud of that. In fact, we talk about it every day.
Every single day.
So anyway, Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.